Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We had to. So the the owner of Fujitech, or the one who creates the reactive image program that we use, decided to do some tech exporting of updates for mobile stuff that broke a lot of things. So apologies, everybody, but we at least managed to get a refresh and set up. So let us know if you can still hear everything okay and if it all sounds regular and blah blah blah, and if everything looks good to you guys, that'll be sweet and dandy. But otherwise, sorry for the delay, everyone. I'll just give everyone a quick recap before we went on our little tech issue hiatus there. Um, our goblins had just entered the town of Sandpoint and started making their way down the main road, and Boggy decided to start King Konging his tiny ass up to the side of a building, and Desi followed, and Snooty just rolled to follow, and then all the reactives committed Sudoku. So now we have resumed from that point, and Gem also let on fire and is no longer on fire, so she will get to decide how to act after the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So with that said and done, why don't we go ahead and get back into the shenanigans at hand? So let us go ahead and bring Sandpoint back up on screen. Oh, excuse me. And get back to the music we were using. Alright, so Snooty, you chased Desi and Boggy up the wall and onto the building. And are making a decent bit of progress there, Snooty. So, Gem, you can see all of the goblins have run down a fair bit of the road and started climbing some building. What would you like to do as the cart is now completely left alone with two reanimated corpses inside?
Um, I don't know if she'd realize that she would need to look after the two zombies.
Probably
Maybe.
not.
No, she's gonna lay on the floor for a bit and take a moment to breathe.
On the
Before
road or in the cart?
on the road. Why is it rolled on the floor?
Okay. Alright.
So, oh gosh, what happened?
Alright, so as Gem is taking a bit of recovery time on the ground, a lady comes running up. Like she's probably about like 19, maybe like 18, and she's wearing like a flower dress and has like a bit of a flower thing in her hair and looks like she was maybe going off to some meadow for a picnic or some shit. And she just comes running over to you, Gem, and goes, "Oh my goodness, are you okay? You just lit on fire."
Yeah, I noticed.
She looks very like upset at like what has just happened to you and is just kind of really preoccupied with like trying to tear a bit of her clothes off, like her dress, and start being like, okay, where's the worst part of the burn?
Um, I'm not sure.
My lips.
Oh boy, us humans do sure have the worst luck.
She looks at you like with a bit of a smirk on her face, and she goes, "Right, us humans. Now tell me, Miss. Am I saying? Is that correct?
I'm Gem.
Gam.
I
Pleased to
don't know
meet
who
you.
misses. Hi.
I'm Denise. Pleasure to meet you."
Hi, Dennis.
She chuckles a little bit and goes, "Look, I'm gonna just take a quick look at you and make sure that you didn't get any really bad burns, and maybe I can help bandage some stuff up if it's really bad, okay?"
Stop listening to after I'm gonna take a look at you, and now she's pretty proud of herself and thinks she's you know.
All right,
Yeah.
so
You can look at me.
while you're getting proudly inspected in a medical sense, meanwhile, Team fucking Monkey Lizard over here, you guys are steadily climbing up. Boggy, you just get to the top of the building as Desi's superior climbing abilities brings her up at the same exact time as you. So, Boggy, what are you gonna do from there now that you're on the roof?
Oh no! And then Buggy jumps to other roof.
Oh, give me an athletics, please, Boggy.
That's goblin bullshit.
Do you want to use the goblin bullshit pool?
Yes.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. There we go. So, Boggy, that is your use of the goblin bullshit pool, and now we will roll on the table.
48. 48.
Your doll's a button. The buttons on your doll grow to like ridiculously anime-sized proportions that just look like huge, like.
Oh Jesus Christ! I mean, ooh.
So, for the next hour, please remember that you have horrifically large button eyes on your little goblinoid form. But aside from that, which roof were you headed to?
Whatever roof I can jump from here, that is not where they are.
Okay, so you jump across to the roof of the building with the dragon statue on top of it that is like built over it, and you see that, Desi. And Desi, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go after him, but I'm gonna jump and then use my tail to kind of like trapeze my way over, because I don't think I could jump the whole way. I don't know how far it is. I don't know how far this little doll sailed.
You're just gonna give me an acrobatics test. I'll let you know how going over to the roof goes.
Okay.
Do you want to keep that?
I'm scared of the table.
It's okay. You can keep it if you want.
Goblin bullshit!
Okay, there you go. You go ahead and use common bullshit.
Embrace the table. Believe in it.
There you go. So you clear it easily, and you suddenly become twice the weight you currently are. So you're a very hefty little goblin for the time being.
Oh no!
And this lasts until a long rest is completed.
Oh,
So you jump from one roof to another, and now you look like you ate a lot of cake in a little time. So you go to jump from one roof, and you land hard on the roof of the other building, and you just like it makes like a loud chunk like noise as you kind of land. Because you're not used to your doubled body weight at the moment, so you don't really control the landing.
Just gonna say it'll went
so
to my
well.
ass and tits and call it a day. Because we're in anime land now.
All right, Snooty, you climb up to.
Combined are one anime girl.
Snooty, you make your way to the roof, and you can see Desi has suddenly doubled in size, but only in like body weight, not in height. Like she's still the same height, and Boggy is running
My eyes
across
are
the
on
roof.
coffee.
Like,
God damn.
so what would you like to do?
What? Why are you running?
She's going to curse me!
I cursed you.
Say sorry. Boggy, if Desi says sorry, will you stop running?
Buggy makes no promises.
What if I let you sit on head and we pretend to be even bigger goblin?
Is Buggy toy?
Hmm?
Is Buggy toy?
Buggy can be whatever Buggy wants to be.
And what is that? What does Buggy want to be?
Even bigger goblin?
This is acceptable.
All right, Snooty, you're not on the roof they're on at the moment. Are you gonna go over there, or?
Oh no. Out of fear, no. So she's just making sure she's not slipping. She's like grabbing hold of everything that she can, and she's just going.
Okay, so Desi, apologize, say sorry, and then we go back because I don't know where Gem is.
Oh. Yeah, okay, that's bad. Fine. Buggy, I'm sorry.
You undo curse?
Yeah, undo curse. Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Whoosh McGoosh. Squish a moose. Buggy is no more. Has to be on the loose. For he is Buggy and not a doll. And that is everything I gotta say. That is all.
Here's your again, and
Ooh.
immediately fucking runs.
What?
No, you said no cursing. Why you curse again?
I don't curse. I undo curse. I'm gonna chase after Buggy.
Snooty is staying right there. She is not following at this point. She's just like, no. I'll wait to see if they fall or something, and I'll just go down to safety and just walk it.
All right. So you decide to climb down, or are you staying on that roof?
Oh, she's staying until she sees if either of them fall to their death or something. So then she'd go and see if they're okay.
All right.
She's like watching from this rooftop.
Meanwhile, Gem, you're on the ground, being inspected by, as you've called her, Dennis. And she seems to find that there isn't like a lot of damage, but she does bandage up one of the harder like hit points that you've suffered. So she tends to your wounds a little bit, and you manage to regain. Let's see here, 1d4. Oop, roll a 1d4. You regain 2 hit points.
Thank you, Dennis. We humans need to look after each other, I guess.
So she laughs and says, "What brings you into Sandpoint? Is everything okay? Do you know why you set on fire?"
I think I forgot, but I'm here to find the rusty trombone.
She goes, she tilts her head a little bit and goes, I mean, I guess you could, you might have some luck at the theater?
A what?
The theater. There's a...
Oh.
The Sandpoint Theater. There's actors and musicians who come through there quite often. They might be able to help you find a rusty trombone. I don't know why you'd want a rusty one, though.
Brian. Why would we go to the rusty trombone?
The voice inside your head chimes in, going, "Oh, what is it again?"
Why are we going to the rusty trombone, Brian?
What? You tell me.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, God, I hate this. So as this is going on, Boggy and Desi, you are now making your way across the rooftops of these buildings. Boggy, are you still running?
Yes, she started rhyming. Just
All right, so you jump down to the roof of a building that is 1 story, and are pretty relatively close to the area where your cart was left, and where Sweepy and Quispy are currently held in the back of it at the moment. It's like a covered wagon cart kind of thing going on. So Desi, you see Boggy jumping down to this like 1-story little building roof. Are you gonna try to do anything else to dissuade him that you're attempting to curse him?
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle him.
Yeah, you're gonna try to do a little grapple?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Alright, I can't recall if there's a rule for going a size profile lower for grappling. I think there is.
He gets a disadvantage because I'm stronger.
No, it's harder to grab a smaller target.
Yeah, but when I got him, they can't get away.
Alright, tell you what. You can have disadvantage on an attempt to grab Boggy using... Let me look at your proficiencies. What would be... I guess... I will give you an acrobatics, sorry. You can use your acrobatics. And Boggy, you can use your acrobatics or athletics to try to avoid being snatched if you care to. Otherwise, you can just choose to fail it. Well.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot him though.
I'm afraid goblin bullshit points cannot be used to change the outcome of a nat 1 or a nat 20. Boggy.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
Bullshit, go!
Yeah, you'd like to call goblin bullshit? Alright, go ahead.
Oh no.
So, let's see what happens. Good, you're now very blue. You're like every part of you has now turned like a blueberry blue at the moment, and that is going to last for an hour, Boggy. Meanwhile, Desi, you snatch Boggy out of the air as he's like hurrying along the roof, like and the only other thing to take note of is because of your doubled weight size and the fact these roofs aren't designed for personal occupancy, the both of you go pitching through the top of the roof as a hole opens up in the roofing above this building, and you go tumbling into the building within. So you both collapse through a hole in the roof, and meanwhile, Snooty, you can kind of see them at a distance disappear, and then the sound of like, crack, thud. So, what would you like to do in reaction to that noise?
One moment. Stream went down for a moment. It's back. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if my internet was going out or not, so I apologize. So Snooty sees this and goes, and just climbs down and starts to walk, looking very, like, oh dear, and just walking over to whichever building she thinks they dropped into.
Alright. Well, there's a pretty clear hole on the roof above, but you are pretty short, so it'd be a little difficult to notice, but as that collapse goes on and you hear the, like... I also need you to give me a roll to see how easily you climb down from the other building.
Yeah, so another acrobatics.
Yes,
Sorry.
please. Yes. Oh yeah, you're fine. You gingerly climb down and are used to it at this point. So you get down onto the road, and a couple of people have stopped giving a fuck about what's going on because they're like, not my problem. But there have been a few people building up who are like watching you, Snooty, as you're kind of like getting down from the building and just walking through the open road. Quite obviously a goblin with flour on their face. And a lot of them are just kind of like, what the fuck?
She kind of just waves and goes, hello, and then just continues walking. She knows common, she can say hi.
Yep, 100%. And meanwhile, Denise, aka Dennis, who is tending to your wounds, Gem, is about to say something when she hears the sound of a goblin with a little... perhaps the sound of two goblins, who knows, but the sound of something on the roof over here to your kind of like northeastern section collapsing inwards, and the sound of something like thunk into the building. And she looks up for a minute and goes, Did you hear that?
Does he fucking Gem panics for a little bit. It's like,
You did not hear my Brian.
She looks down and says, Brian? Who's Brian?
No one.
Oh, okay. Are you... Did you hit your head?
Which time?
When you fell to the ground, taking care of being on fire?
No.
Okay, well, as long as you're all right, I'm gonna go see if anybody else needs my help. Are you gonna be okay here, Gem?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, you just wait right there. I'm gonna go see what's going on. And she gets up and then she takes a
gonna-
note of. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna
Gem,
follow
yeah.
her.
So she gets up off the ground and dusts off her dress and looks behind and sees you like just getting up and like right behind her. So she just kind of sighs and starts walking forward and sees Snooty, who is now walking through the street just like hello to people. And she stops for a minute and goes, Gem,
Hi,
is this
Snooty.
your... Oh, you two know each
Oh.
other then.
There you are, Gem. Who?
She
Fist.
scampers all the way up to Gem and goes,
Who's the peoples?
This is my new best human friend, Dennis.
Dentist?
Yeah.
Kim's gonna bounce up and down a little bit.
Ah,
Yes, we are human children's. Hello?
She gives you a look that's like the like oh sweetie kind of like her view on her face, and she goes, "Oh, you're a little lost human girl, huh?"
Dennis is gonna take us to the rusty trombone.
Oh, the one with the dragon head on it, right?
Yeah, the ones that the humans keep saying wrong. People, us. Huh?
Uh-huh. Desi and friend Buggy.
she's like trying to see if she could like get away with not saying enough, but she's just like, I don't think Gem will understand. Just continues and goes,
They fell through a roof.
They smacked their head.
She points to the building that she's kind of like right here, probably. There at that point, and just points to it. She goes,
I think it was this one. I don't know where they are though. I just heard a
Silly
And,
Dennis. Thought I smacked my head, but it was them.
Meanwhile, Desi and Boggy, you two find yourselves in a pile. Desi, you're still holding Boggy at the moment, but you've gone through the
Yeah.
hole and landed into the space. It wasn't a long enough fall to actually inflict like heavy damage on you, so you don't take any like lasting damage, but it does kind of knock the wind out of you a little bit. And as you're looking around, you can see the house seems to be nobody's home at the moment. It looks like a pretty open concept kind of like house. There's not a lot of like extra rooms or anything, and it looks like maybe 3 beds and like a setup for like a kitchen, a little fireplace and stuff. But otherwise, it's pretty not very noteworthy.
oh, okay. Wait, they have a kitchen?
Yeah, there might be food in here.
Well, holding Gabi, I'm gonna go wander into the kitchen.
Buggy would like to try to get out.
All right, Boggy,
No,
make
guys, do that.
an athletics test with disadvantage, please. All right, yeah, that tracks. So Boggy, Boggy, you stay firmly in Desi's grasp, and you find that you've somehow managed to get your robing caught up in one of Desi's little like arm jewelry band things. So she, you're like tied up against her hand as well as she's holding you. So like it's really hard for you to struggle in her grasp at the moment as she walks around holding you like a really weird anime doll plushie at the moment because your little button eyes are so fucking huge.
I would like to use puppy dog eyes on Desi.
Oh, what?
But
all
Desi,
right.
don't you want to let me go? I'm just a poor sweet goblin.
So you're rolling a deception test?
Yeah.
Sure, fuck it. Desi, give me a perception, please.
I mean, yeah.
Look into my big eyes. Can you
No.
not see how expressive they are?
Oh God, why is, why are they cute but still slightly off-putting?
That's just me.
Okay. I tell you what, I put you down, but we could get food, so I put you on counter and I grab things, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Kitchens usually have tablecloth, and we can use it for the sky. So okay, you can
Goodness.
help.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, I'm gonna put Gobby down on the kitchen counter.
All right. As you place Boggy on the table, Boggy, do you remain stationary or do you go do something else?
I would like to scamper on all fours and look for a mouse hole.
All right. Give me a perception roll, please, to see if you can locate a sizable hole. Yeah, there's one that you think you might be able to fit through that leads somewhere else.
Oh my.
I run to it. On all fours.
All
I'm
right,
gonna try to
Desi.
grab him before he gets in the fucking little hole.
All right, you gotta give me an acrobatics or athletics with disadvantage again because he's so
Please.
small.
Oh, please, God, help me.
Take
So, you trip over your own feet as you're not used to the increase in weight, and you try to grab him, and he slips right into the hole on the we're gonna say west side of the northwest side of the building. And as you slip through the hole, Boggy, Desi, you lose control of your footing and slam face first into the wall, taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, Boggy, as you slip into the little mouse hole against the wall, you can, looking around, you can see that there's like a bit of a chewed pathway between here and another building adjoining to this building. Do you want to follow it?
Yeah, I kind of like swing my booty back and forth as I crawl on all four. I'm the smartest little goblin in the world.
All right. So as you move into this building, it seems to lead into what appears to be like some kind of storage warehouse. Maybe you're not entirely sure, but there's two things that's really readily noticeable. Is there's lots of hay. So, like, hay is piled up all over the place in bales in this place, and there's a couple of, like, bits of equipment and stuff. And as you enter this space, you can hear from, like, a little bit of a distance to another building that's connected to this, the faint whinny of a horse.
I run back out, full speed back out of the mouse hole.
So back the way you came?
I would like to tackle Desi's leg.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
My head. What's the matter?
Possessed that building.
What?
We have to perform a seance. The devil has taken over the building.
It's okay. Alright, listen. Let's.
Desi, do you have a match?
Oh no.
This is gonna go blank face for a minute. And she's gonna. I'm just. Wait, hold on.
Desi, do you have a match?
1 second. Hold on. Desi has nothing fire related.
Desi, I need a match.
Yeah, okay, maybe I have match.
Give me boom
but-
boom.
No, that's for the listen. The fire is for my pleasure. I mean, the destruction of other people.
I helped get the boom boom fair and square.
Okay, but.
Yeah, you have a big one now. Give me boom boom.
Don't talk about my double caked up frog bouncy booty butt.
Hand it over.
My butt?
No, not Jesus fucking. The boom boom. Wait. the fire.
Okay, but no more runway.
No, just once. Just once, then I'll be back. I'll be good, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Listen. Help me give food and
No,
tablecloth
I have, this
and
has to, no. God needs this to happen now.
As this is going on, hold on.
Okay.
Snooty walking over to the, you can hear the sound of like a conversation between Desi and Boggy just faintly coming from beyond this door over here as you're interacting with Gem and her new friend. What do you want to do anything about that, or are you a little bit more concerned about Gem's new friend Dennis?
A little bit more about Gem's new friend Dennis, because it seems that they're fine now. She's hearing conversation. She's just like,
Oh, they alive. They're fine.
and just kind of
So then this, you're gonna take us to the rusty trombone
She
The dragon head.
with the dragon head sign.
She reaches her hand out towards Gem and is like, "Is it okay if I touch you?"
I hold her hand.
This is so wholesome.
Best
Also,
friend.
Coco, thank you very much for the raid. We are happy to
Bro.
Coco, hi.
I'm gonna share art that my bro made earlier because my bro is here.
see you. Okay, perfect. Thank you for the raid, Coco. We're happy to have you here. You've come just in time for the further shenanigans of the fucking oh my god, that art is adorable.
I love it.
Oh, Coco didn't make it. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were doing new style.
Still, it's a great gift, and it's wonderful. Everybody take
That's a wonderful
appreciation.
gift. I cried a little bit.
For those of you who are watching this on a YouTube VOD as well, I'm sorry, we have nothing to give you. Pretend it's some great fucking art, and there you go.
Clap.
Yeah, I put it in Discord.
All right, but settle in. Join us for the shenanigans as we further our goblin bullshit as it continues here. And we are always happy to see you, Coco, and love you very much. So thank you for joining us, and hope you like what you watch, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And make sure that you guys follow Kokoro the Fox on Twitch / fuck. Coco. Go follow Coco. Do it. Anyways.
Coco.
Coco.
Anyways, let's all stop being idiots. Wait, no, that's impossible. We're goblins.
That's impossible.
All right, so Dennis, dentist. I need to start noting her aliases here.
I'm forcing her to become a recurring character. I hope you realize this.
Oh yeah, no, she's already I'm already formulating ideas of her art and everything.
Nice.
So Dennis, fuck, now I'm calling her the fuck. Denise takes a look at both of you, and she goes out and asks if it's okay if she can touch you, Gem. And you reach up and hold her hand, and she has like a little bit of oh honey moment, and she holds her hand out to Snooty and goes, "Do you want to take my other hand, hun?"
Gim nods viciously.
Snooty squints and goes,
How know that you not take us to where scary things are?
She laughs a little bit, and she goes, "Well, I suppose if the idea of a hot meal and a good bed is scary, then it's gonna be terrifying."
Food?
Uh,
Oh, then can we get other friends too, and we all eat food?
Other friends? There's more of you?
Yeah, there are 2 more.
Oh, where are they? I don't... Are they the ones in the
She goes-
cart?
no, she goes over to the door where she's hearing them and just opens it.
Okay, the door is locked.
She tries to open it. She goes,
They're in here.
she has like her 2 feet on the door and she's like pulling.
Alright, meanwhile, Desi and Boggy, you're having an argument about starting a fire inside the house. And you can hear that somebody pulling on the door and the familiar voice of Snooty saying, "They're in here."
Oh no! No! The devil has possessed Nudie! Quickly! The fire! I must do this! It is God's will!
Okay, I'm gonna hand Boggy a twig.
Okay.
It's like this slow pan up. What do you think this is going to do? What? Does it what?
Confuse you, and then I'm gonna go let them in.
Fuck it.
You see Boggy like run into the hole again with the twig.
Okay,
I
so
would like to make a survival check.
Oh no! Oh no, we're all dead.
oh no.
I'm gonna start crying.
All right, you can make a survival check with disadvantage because you are, unless you can explain to me where you have like better stuff to make, like, because I assume what you're trying to do is use the stick to start like a rough fire and then get
with the hay.
amber going. Yeah, I know you're trying to use the hay as like the starter, but like you're a tiny fucking. This is like if we watched Toy Story, like, you know, trying to start like what that kind of. All right, my question is, do you want to keep that, or are you okay?
Yeah, I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good.
You know what? I would say that for a basic survival test, to try and start fire from rubbing a stick against a thing, I would say that because you come from the wilderness and are a goblin, technically, air quotes, you would know and understand how to start fires in ways of a multitude. So yes, I would say you can get a small spark going.
Burn
All
in
right.
hellfire, demon!
Alright, do you let that start catching fire on the hay and then scurry back through, or?
No, I'm just like, I'm like using my robes to like fan the flame and make it spread.
Okay. So you're starting to try to help spread the fire in the hay of the stables.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you're doing that, Desi, you get up and you open the door to the the thing. However, this being olden times, the door is one that has a turn lock key, so it's locked on your side too.
Okay, stand back.
Yeah?
I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take my pack off, and I'm going to reach into my pack, and I'm gonna pull out a deck of cards.
Okay.
So I'm going to flip through this cantrip deck that I have, and I'm going to select Ray of Frost.
Wait, what? What? Hold up. Where is this cantrip deck?
It's a cantrip deck. It's a thing, that I make. It cost me. It's one of my alchemy formulas that I could use, and
You envision your desired cantrip causing its card to rise to the top of the deck and draw the card. The deck casts that cantrip as a first level spell. The card crumbles into dust as the cantrip takes effect. What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
I told you I just.
What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Alchemists. Sure. Go for it. It has 5 charges.
Yeah. So I'm going to I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna take acid splash and I'm gonna melt the log.
Okay. I don't know if you'd necessarily need to roll for that because it's it's a stationary target, and there's.
Yeah, it's right there. I'm just getting it.
Tell you what, give me a roll with a +5. So do me a /d20 with a +5 for the spell attack modifier, just to see if there's any other elements that come up as you doing this.
Oh, I mean, not that I'm arguing, because I'll do whatever you want, but my spell attack is +8 under
think
my
that-
spellcasting.
I think the cantrip that you cast from the deck overrides your natural modifier for spellcasting.
Oh, okay.
I will have to look that up because I'm not familiar with that item. So for the time being, you'll have advantage on it.
Oh, advantage. Oh, okay.
Yes, because it's a stationary target. All right,
There you go.
nothing goes wrong. Nothing in the least good, and it's just a little shitty metal lock. So at this point, you, Snooty, you're on the other side of this door, holding on to it, and you've noticed that the lock is starting to dissolve. What would you like to do?
Starts screaming.
Okay, a couple of nearby bystanders look at you. Do you stay there holding onto the door handle, or do you
Oh
drop?
no, she would have dropped immediately and point at it and actually grab onto Denise's whatever. Like, is she wearing like a skirt or something?
She's wearing a dress.
Yeah, cool. She just grabs onto the skirt and she points at it and she goes, "Devil door, devil door!" As it starts melting.
The door is going to swing open slowly, carefully. The dark shadows of the house that is not lit up looms before you, and standing there is going to be Desi, looking really confused.
All right.
I am the devil, huh?
Denise looks a little confused for a moment, wondering what the fuck just happened, and then sees you appear, Desi, and goes, "Oh, look at you! Aren't you just cute?"
Who's this? Wait, what?
Hi, I'm Denise. What's your name?
Can I make a society roll, please?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Excellent. 1 second.
All right. Was there a particular
Alright.
thing you were trying to roll for?
Yeah. I was just trying to see if I knew how basic polite etiquette for meeting people.
Yes, you probably have more familiarity than everyone in this group when it comes to interacting with the big tall folk, so you know a little bit about like social etiquette. Not a huge amount, but more than the three of them.
I even though I'm wearing a leotard, I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing a curtsy with the skirt, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, good this day, Miss Dentist. My name is Desi. How are you?
She smiles and is still holding Gem's hand. And Snooty, did you go run to hold her hand, or are you just holding onto her dress?
She's, you know, like that thing that kids do when they meet new people and they usually hide behind like their mom's skirt or anything like
yes.
that. That is basically what she's doing.
So, a few other people in the street have now, like, stopped to watch this absurd interaction going on at the moment. And you guys are gathering a crowd of about 5-10 people who have just all stopped quizzically to watch, like, what the fuck? And you hear, like, conversation like, hey, isn't that Edward's house? And there's, like, a bit of a chatter going on. And she holds her hand out in your direction, and she goes, well, Desi, it's a pleasure to meet you. Is there another goblin out there in there somewhere?
First off, are we in trouble?
No, I think you're probably just having a hard time here in town for the first little bit, and I hear from your friends that you want to go to the Rusty Dragon, also known as the Rusty Trombone.
Okay. First of all, I did not try to get in here. I fell. And she's gonna point up, and look mildly sheepish, if a goblin could be sheepish.
Denise is gonna lean in a little bit and notice the hole in the roof and go, ah.
Yeah.
and may have lost Buggy in a hole. Buggy is very small. He wanted fire, but I gave him twig because I'm not giving him fire. That's for me, for later times. But yeah, he went in a hole. I don't know what he's doing. He screamed about devil, and seance, and
Meanwhile,
yeah.
Boggy, you've now fanned a decent little start of a fire on one of the hay bales, and it's starting to catch and build. So it's not extinguishing. Are you going to stick around to watch it get even brighter, or are you going to go back through the hole? Boggy?
Buggy would like to take big buggy form, like go on into the hay pile and start chucking it everywhere. Just fucking everywhere.
Like the fiery hay?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Just making sure that the arson is truly going to occur. Good, good. Alright, so you start tossing the hay, the fiery hay everywhere. Can you give me... What would this best qualify as? I think...
Arson?
Sorry, what?
It best qualifies as arson.
Yes, thank you. I'm trying to think of what the best way to roll for arson is. Crafting?
Man, you know, this really is like, you know, a shortcoming of this system. We need to write Paizo to let them know.
They need arson rolls.
Yeah.
Give me a survival roll, please. I think that's the best I'll be able to bring.
But of
Okay,
course.
yeah. So Boggy, you don't at no point as you spread this fire, which begins to get real nasty, you don't catch on fire, you don't run into any notable issues, and now by this point, the fire is definitely spreading and building and is starting to billow out on the other side of the structure. And you can hear the sound of like angry neighing and whinnies coming from beyond that sound like horses are panicking or freaking out and screeching.
I scream like a little goblin every time one of them even makes like a hoof noise.
All right. So the past like minute and a half, 2 minutes is basically you going,
Yeah. I like to
right.
think there's like this really cinematic moment where like I pop out of the hay like and I just keep getting bigger and I go and like I have big fistfuls of burning hay and then all of a sudden there's a whinny and like the entire thing explodes as I'm just like huddled down there like no!
All right. So you've started a pretty good fire. What would you like to escape before it becomes your problem, or?
Buggy shrinks back down and looks one more time at his handiwork. Yeah, that is good. That's good. And then I just stroll out of the hole, or into the hole.
All right. Well, you're you're still too large that you're gonna have to like squeeze down and through the little narrow and come back.
I go back to small Buggy.
No. That's what I mean. Like even in
oh.
small boggy form, it's a mouse hole, not like a huge hole. So you still had to kind of squish in there, but you can still go back the way you came.
Okay, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so as you re-emerge from the hole, there's a little bit of smoke trailing through the hole behind you. Not enough to be super noticeable, but it is building. And as you pop out, you can hear Desi talking about her friend Boggy is small and she can't, he went in a hole. Do you want to interject on this conversation, or are you going to stay in the shadows?
Don't worry, guys, I killed the devil.
There he is. That's Boggy.
Hi, Boggy.
You
Look
can
at my
take...
new friend, Dennis.
Denise looks at you coming out of the hole and talking, and she's like, oh my god, that's adorable. Did you enchant that? It's so creative.
No, that's a goblin. I mean,
I'm
another
a
human
Boggy.
child.
Fuck my life.
Hello, it's nice to meet you, Demise.
she's going to laugh a little bit to herself, and she's gonna go, okay, well, I see. Is this all of your friends that you have here in town today, or are there more that I need to know about?
2 of Boggy's friends are in the cart.
Oh, and she like looks over at the cart in the middle of town, and she goes, I can't. I can kind of see. I think I can see someone. I don't know. Are there? Is there people in the cart?
There, Boggy, you should show dentist the cart peoples.
Is she gonna steal their teeth?
No. What? No,
No,
her
she-
name. And
Why your parents name you dentist? Are you like warlord?
She laughs and she says, okay, well, tell you what, if you have more friends, I'll let one of you go back to your cart, and why don't you bring it over to the dragon? And points over down to the...
There's a dragon?
No, sweetheart, no. The Rusty Dragon, it's a tavern. It's just a name. It's not... There's no dragon around here, okay?
There's a lot of fire, though.
What?
Huh?
She just looks a little bit like that one of those like really nice ladies who's just getting a little exasperated with kids being stupid as fuck, and is like, okay, tell you what, you four, well, at least 3 of you look like you probably like nice tasty soup, yeah?
What soup?
It's like, or actually, it's more of a stew. It's like bits of
I love
potato.
stew. Ah.
Fuck my life. God damn it, Kim. Yeah, so she nods her head and goes, okay, there's some
Whose
great
stew?
stew. Whose stew? It's not a
We
who.
ate him last month. Mom.
Oh,
Shit.
Desi, what would you like to
I
say?
remember Stu.
I forgot thing in a house. I will be right back. No need for alarm.
Alright, so as you turn around and are looking around for whatever you're looking for, you also can smell the unmistakable scent of, like, smoke. And can see a bit of fire.
I didn't
billowing
step out
from
of the
the
door,
little
so
Yeah.
I know what. Trust me, I know what smoke smells like.
Mm-hmm.
Desi knows. Desi's like, I love the smell of the bird. Wait, I didn't start that. Wait a minute. Desi's gonna run back towards the hole that Gabi had went into,
And
then you said there was smoke coming out of it, right?
Yep, there's smoke pouring out of it at like a decent little steady stream now, and you can smell very thick, burny smoke.
Desi's gonna.
It looks like Desi's admiring my handiwork. We should go and leave her to enjoy. And I like grab the door and I try to close it behind me.
Okay, well that's not gonna work, Chief, unless you change it to a different size, because...
No, it's fine. I just drag it behind me.
Okay, so you grab like the corner of it, not
Yeah,
pulling by
yeah.
the door handle. And
No,
then just
no.
kind of...
No.
Alright.
I'm gonna run back out the door and I'm just gonna tackle it. I don't care if a buggy gets slammed into the door like an Acme character.
Please eat me.
In fact, please eat him.
Alright, so you go running towards the door and, like, slam it into it, launching Boggy into the street a little bit. And you're trying to close the door behind you? Is that your as you run out into the street?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Alright, so now that all 4 of you are out on the street, she like looks at all 4 of you and goes, okay, look, just... we're gonna go over there to the Rusty Dragon. It's just, and she points to the building with like the big dragon on it, and she goes, it's a tavern. It's a place you can get food and a bed. I'm gonna take you there, and then we're gonna figure out if you can stay there for a bit, okay? Because obviously the 4 of you look a little lost in town.
Yeah, we do not have map.
Yeah, it's
I know
okay.
where I
The
am.
Rusty Dragon is the best place to go for all the things you're gonna need to be newcomers to this town. And she sniffs the air a bit and goes, "I smell smoke. Do any of you
Oh.
smell smoke?"
Okay, listen, I have confession.
What's that?
Remember when I say I give twig to Buggy?
She looks at you and goes, "I don't remember that at all. You didn't tell me that you gave your little friend a twig."
Not important. Okay. There may be a fire.
She looks at you a little quizzically and goes, "Like you lit a fire in the fireplace in the house?"
No. Buggy went in a small hole and came out running. Said must have a seance and asked me for fire, and I said no, and I gave him stick because I was being the smart ass, and Buggy ran off, and now I smell smoke.
She.
Just gonna point at Boggy.
All right, Boggy, do you have anything to say in your defense, or are you just kind of like,
Buggy killed the devil. Buggy did good.
She looks like totally confused for a minute and is sniffing the air, and it isn't quite obvious quite yet, but it's in like no time at all. It's definitely going to start catching on the hay in the stable. And she just looks a little like exacerbated and goes, "Okay, whatever games you're playing and getting up to, that's fine. That's your business. But please let me go ahead and bring you over to the tavern so that we can sit down, have a nice bit of stew together, and you can tell me all what's going on. Okay?"
Okay.
Your
Just
best human friend will never lie to us.
uh,
He will look after us. Desi, we need to go.
I promised so much food.
She
Desi's
nods.
gonna just. Desi's gonna look like, "Ma'am, I'm trying to tell you there's an emergency," but then she's like, "Oh, okay, food."
Yeah, okay, okay.
Come on, Desi, let's go eat food. And,
and Snooty goes and grabs Desi's wrist and like pulls her along.
Desi's gonna trot after.
It's food time.
Yeah, I guess I'm hungry, but okay.
All right. Meanwhile, Gam, are you just still holding the hand of this lady who's like walking with everybody?
I'm never letting go.
Boggy, what about you? Are you gonna have your undead minions do anything, or are you just leaving them there in the cart for now?
They just sit with cart. We move cart out of the road, and yeah.
So you tell Sweepy to, or like move the cart somewhere else.
Yeah. I can't have my cart go down with the devil.
All right, where do you tell him to move the cart?
Other side of the road.
All right, so like over here next to this like large building, the large stone building.
Yeah.
All right. So as you are all walking with this lady towards the the fucking Rusty Dragon, and everyone is like panicking, and you can hear like people in the street behind you, like some people are like, fire, and like people are yelling for attention, but this lovely little lady seems to be a little bit preoccupied with just sitting you guys down and getting a sense of what's going on. So she's just a little bit doolally in her own little world. And as she comes wandering towards the Rusty Dragon, she opens the door. And I think now is a perfect time for us to take a little break before I show you the interior of the Rusty Dragon.
Oh, okay. He's just like, he's just like,
Silver.
She's doing that in the group call.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. So, just to let you guys know, we are going to be switching over to the BRB screen, and we're going to be gone for about 15 minutes. And when we come back, you guys can see the interior of the Rusty Dragon and what these goblins are going to get up to. But yes, before we go, Alice, you had a question for me?
I was going to ask, is this GMing or is this babysitting?
I mean, in most cases, even outside of this campaign, what's the difference, I ask?
Oh boy.
All right. So yes, we're going to take a quick 15-minute break, and when we come back, you guys can see what we're going to be getting up to inside the Rusty Dragon, or whatever the fuck they feel like doing inside. But for the time being, we will see you all in about 15.
Bye.
Oi, have a good one. See you
Goodbye.
soon.